The title for our assignment are voltage regulation and Colpitts oscillator. The objective of this assignment are to design circuit of series voltage regulator and Colpitts oscillator using multisim. Next, to study and analyze those two types of circuit. Finally, to familiarize with the components in the circuit together with the formulas to use. The input of the circuit refers to the unregulated DC voltage while the amount of output is controlled by the control element. The necessary feedback signal is provided by the sampling circuit. The op-amp is used to be a comparator to help comparing the feedback with the reference voltage in order to create a suitable control signal. What is meant by all of that is, this design is created to let the voltage regulator act as a variable resistance. It will ensure that the resistance will be adjusted when the regulator detects any variations in load voltage, either coming from the supply voltage or load current. Hence, the value of output voltage across the load continues to be constant.
Series voltage regulator. The general equation is Vout equals to 1 plus R2 over R3 times with Vz. Assuming the values of Vz, R2 and R3, the value of Vout can be obtained by substituting the values in the general equation. And now, the Vout is equal to 15.3 volts. The type of Zener diode used for the simulation is BVZX79A5V1 with 5.1 volts. This is the design circuit. The multimeter is in parallel to the load to obtain the Vout. The output voltage remains constant at 15.3 volts even the input voltage increase. This is because the transistor Q1 is acting as a control element that will control the amount of the input voltage that gets to the output. In this situation, the decreased base emitter voltage causes the transistor Q1 to conduct less, thereby reducing the input voltage by maintaining the output constant. Vice versa, if the input voltage decreased to 16 volts, the output voltage also decreased, and the increased base emitter voltage caused transistor Q1 to conduct more, thereby raising the input voltage that will be maintaining the output voltage at 15.3 volts.
Next, for the Colpitts oscillator, the resonance circuit consists of two capacitors and one inductor. The inductor is connected in parallel with the series of the capacitors. Moving on to the circuit's working, when the supply is on, both of the capacitors will start charging. When fully charged, the capacitors discharging through the inductor which is connected in parallel. So, the oscillatory current in the tank circuit generates an AC voltage through the capacitors. The inductor will be charged when the electrostatic energy in the capacitors is converted into magnetic flux and then transferred to the inductor. This process happens while the capacitors are fully discharged. This repetitive process of charging and discharging causes the oscillations to keep on generating.
Colpitts oscillator. Design circuit. This circuit diagram of Colpitts oscillator using transistor PC549BP. Resistor and capacitor is connected in parallel, working as a bypass capacitor and provide a low reactive path to the amplified AC signal, while R1 and R2 are form a voltage divider bias to the transistor. The coupling capacitor C in and C out block DC and provide an AC path from the collector to the tank circuit. In the tank circuit, the inductor connected in parallel to the serial combination of capacitor C1 and C2. The oscilloscope, frequency counter and probe is used as to measure the frequency. Result. This is general equation by assuming capacitor value to get inductor value since frequency out value provided. The different type of frequency can be get by changing the value of capacitor and inductor in tank circuit. 1 MHz. Assuming C1 1 nanofarad and C2 10 nanofarad, then the inductor is about 27 microhenry. The measure value was 971 kHz. 1.5 MHz. Assuming C1 3.3 nanofarad, C2 33 nanofarad and the inductor is about 3.7 microhenry. The measure value was 1.4 MHz, 2 MHz, assuming C1 2.2 nanofarad and C2 22 nanofarad, and the inductor value get around 3.1 microhenry. The value frequency in multisim is about 1.9 MHz.
This is discussion about culprits. What happened when VCC switch on at the oscillator in the tank circuit and phase? When VCC is switched on, a transient circuit is produced in the tank circuit and consequently, damp oscillation is set up in the circuit. The oscillator circuit in the tank circuit produces AC voltage across C1 and C2. Between two capacitors is at ground potential. Terminal left is positive and it at terminal right is negative with respect to ground. For the phase difference between the terminal left and right is about 180 degree. In the CE mode, the transistor provides a phase difference at 180 degree. Therefore, the total phase shift is 360 degree. Thus, the necessary condition for sustained oscillation is satisfied if the feedback is adjusted so that the loop gain A be equal to 1. The circuit acts as an oscillator since the output voltage appears across C2 and the feedback voltage across C1. For generally, how to get the low frequency? Large capacitor and inductor values are required to get low frequency. As the value of the frequency increases, the value of the capacitor and inductor get much smaller. At very high frequency, such as in the megahertz range, very small inductor and capacitor value are used. For frequency 1 MHz to 9.99 MHz, capacitor in the nanofarad range and an inductor in the nanohenry range are used. For frequency 10 MHz or greater, capacitor in the picofarad and also the inductor in the nanohenry is used.
In the conclusion, circuit of series voltage regulator and Colpitts oscillator are designed using multisim. Then, the characteristic of series voltage regulator and Colpitts oscillator are analyzed after the design process happened. Lastly, we managed to familiarize with the components and formulas used for each design.